fucking swearing on this one, Bert. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of DT Podcast. How is everybody doing today? Back once again with Burt Green. Burt, how are you doing, my good friend?
I am very well. Off work this week, which is why I've actually managed to get. It's the only reason I've managed to get my casuals guide out on time, and or it went out on time, because this might be coming out on Saturday, or no, because today is Saturday, or
I forgot to tell you. I don't think it's gonna come out on Saturday, so it doesn't matter. I think I'm going to spend time editing this one. It might come out early next week, but
nice, cool.
Well, now that it's come out and people are watching, it's like, no, it's out. So the time game doesn't matter here.
Yeah, so I'm either in the future, or I'm in the past, or I'm in the present right now.
That's it.
Either way, yeah, I'm doing good. It's middle of the week. I've got cold beer. I feel like I'm ahead of where I need to be rather than behind. That's always nice. It's just a mentality thing. You know, it's like, if I've done the bits that I said that I needed to do, as long as I'm like halfway through the list by Wednesday, then I can have a beer and enjoy myself. Just like, you know, it's important to let yourself enjoy yourself, but it's hard sometimes when you know that you've got other things to do. It's very difficult to enjoy playing Xbox and goofing off, as it were.
Agreed, man. Agreed. I don't sit down and have a beer unless I feel I deserve it, you know, at the end of the day.
Yeah, same.
I just realized I haven't chugged a beer properly in a couple of days, and that's very gassy immediately right off the bat. So
yeah.
But
pretty nice.
I'm all right with that. I just, you don't want to be burping into a fucking microphone, you know, at the end of the day.
So I say do what you want. Do what you feel, man.
All right, man. I don't think anybody's going to enjoy listening to that shit, but whatever. Bert, I'm here today to usher people to a different position on social media. I do not have time to set up and do podcasts anymore, man. I will promise to do like fucking infrequent ones, but as far as the weekly one, it's just not possible anymore. I've tried and I'm just too busy, dude. There's too many fucking cooks in the kitchen in terms of my way of life right now, and life is busy, man.
Yeah, no, I completely understand that. I don't know why I've been very inconsistent with my videos like lately. I've not been doing them anywhere close to on the schedule that I try to keep to.
Yeah,
but I'm going to try and get back into the routine. But it is difficult. I'm trying to do so many other different things that I'll talk about, you know, either today or maybe another time. I don't know. But there's loads of things I'm trying to do, changing jobs, and all that kind of stuff. It's although I'm in the sweet point of it now, where obviously I'm working my notice at my current job, so it's like it immediately alleviates a fair amount of stress, because you know that it's coming to an end.
Yeah,
there is a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, for real.
The amount of work is still the same. I'm still doing the same stuff. I'm just like, well, you know, in 3 months, who's going to care? So
yeah, right. But like
that's a ridiculous notice period, by the way.
But it's still you taking control of what you want to make you happy too, right? And people don't do that. People are sometimes stuck in jobs for 10, 15, 20 years and they're miserable, and you got to be happy with yourself. You got to change, make adjustments, sometimes being selfish is fucking good, man. You know,
absolutely.
I have been in jobs where, dude, you're just another number. You're not another butt in the seat. And if you go, your fucking position will be filled by the following Monday. But I'm happy for you, man, that you're making these moves. And it's a good thing. And the fact that you're like, what people don't understand about podcasting as well is like, if you're like Joe Rogan making Spotify $250 million deals, you can sit out and spend time fucking doing an episode. But if you're doing all this shit and your podcast is your hobby and it's for free, sometimes it's got to take a back seat, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And trying to fit in training and everything as well, because I'm changing gyms as well. And yeah, it's all lots of change, but good change that is going to make my life better in kind of 6 months' time. I think. Anyway,
I'm very happy to hear that, dude. I'm a huge, Rob Flynn from Machine Head.
I know Machine Head. I
Yeah.
couldn't tell you any of their names. It's
Okay. Well, Rob Flynn is the main guy. He started a podcast during the pandemic. Like a lot of pandemics, or a lot of
yeah,
podcasts sprouted up over the pandemic. DT podcast.
yeah. This one as well.
Yeah,
It's like
right.
literally.
And he was interviewing a lot of different musicians. He interviewed his former label manager, Montel O'Connor, and
It's
just
a
gave
great
you
name.
tremendous name.
Mm.
Gave you a huge insight on what it is to be a touring musician and the stories from the road, stories from back in the day, stories with Dimebag Darrell, stories with yeah, what's his name? Joey Jordanson from Slipknot. So many episodes. The podcast was called No Effing Regrets. And it was really, really good. And the pandemic stopped the musicians. Now Rob is back on tour all the time. No time for a fucking podcast. And I'm like, oh, why did he stop doing the podcast? Today,
Well,
I finally get it.
yeah, yeah, same. It's
Ooh,
sorry.
awkward silence.
Oh no, no!
Oh,
Sorry, I thought I'd cut you off. I was going to say, what you should try and do is just try and get in the shorts. Just do short little clips. 'Cause obviously, so if other social medias, I can only assume you mean kind of Instagram and such.
yeah,
But don't neglect the YouTube Shorts. The YouTube Shorts are pretty good. They're pretty nice. They're pretty fun, and you could
yeah.
just post them out to everywhere and do them on a nice walk. Just like
Provocative clips from Burt Green talking stories of fucking Brock Lesnar, getting the comment section all roiled up.
oh yeah, that did get pretty spicy. It's pretty funny. Because yeah, I don't know. People really don't like. Although I don't know what's going on with like the whole W. Have you heard about any of this? Like the court case? I don't know.
I've only been watching like few headlines here and there and read a few articles, but I do know that there's some really shady shit going on there.
Yeah, very shady. I don't. I haven't read enough about it, and I'm like, oh, maybe I should call the Brock Lesnar parade for a bit. But actually, do you know what? He's been accused, not been charged, or been charged, not been convicted. Is that no charged, not convicted? That's the thing. Well, and also it's kind of like, look, what my interest is in the timelines of it because like, I've heard a few conflicting things. I need to do my own research into it. But like when these alleged things took place, I'm like, well, was it when he was like the 22-year-old like newly minted world champion and yeah, like he's a 22-year-old like roided up like monster having the time of his life, being thrown like these, just having women sent to his room. He doesn't give a fuck where they're from or what
Mhm.
it took to get there. No, he doesn't care. Like so, because that's not like I'm not excusing any of the behaviour, but that's not nearly as bad as do you know what I mean? It's like well, he was a young kid almost being taken advantage of in a like he got the benefit of it, but he was also kind of part of the people being manipulated in a sense. I don't
Yeah.
know, but from what
That's
I've
why
heard,
we should neglect to comment because we don't know the ins and outs and we don't
mm,
want to get sued like a motherfucker. So
oh yeah, I don't think anyone really.
I know maybe someone will hear and it will be shared and I become fucking this overnight fucking viral
an overnight
success.
sensation. Boom.
And
Yeah. Look,
you
all
make all this
publicity is
money from views and
yeah.
then boom, you're in a lawsuit. So I don't want that. So
No, that's
let's
fair.
keep, you know.
Yeah.
But what I want to do today is I want to make sure that I get this right because there's been since the changeover from the previous brand, there's been
Mhm.
some internal shenanigans with the social media. So I had to set up my own. Oh, that's why it's not going. I'm on flight mode because I'm a professional.
Yeah.
Um, what I would like people to do, if you're listening to the sound of my voice right now, if you're not, it doesn't matter because you won't hear this. But if you are, I want you to go. I know, right? I want you to go to DT, that's Delta Tango, underscore dot podcast. And just like or is it like subscribe? No, follow the page,
Follow it.
DT
Yeah.
underscore. Let me get that right because there's fucking underscores and dots and everything. DT, that's Delta Tango, DT underscore dot podcast on Instagram. and just follow the page. What I'm going to do from now on, instead of these wonderfully set up microphoned Zoom chats with the great Burt Green, or even by myself, I'm going to do more on that social media page. So you're going to get more sarcastic comments, more of a lighthearted look on life. You're probably going to get my dinner. You're probably going to get, like today, for example, on my own page, Valentine's Day vomit from couples who, one of them has cheated.
Oh,
Absolutely.
nice. Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell, it's disgusting. So that's kind of what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to throw a sarcastic look on the life because that's my life. DT, Dave's take. My whole life is fucking sarcasm, Bert. You know this.
Yeah. I love all like the memes and stuff
Yeah.
that you post. Did you post the one? I think it was sharing a memory actually, where you were just like, this Valentine's Day, I'm going to comment on every single like mushy status saying I miss us.
I miss
And
us.
it's just like some people just want to watch the world burn. That's funny.
Had to be done.
That's very good. Yeah.
Had to be done. Valentine's Day vomit, dude. It's just terrible. If you don't love your partner enough to show them the love that they get through social media on one day a year, then you guys need to walk your separate ways. It is
happy couples are not posting on Valentine's Day.
Ever.
Or ever, really.
Ever.
Like it always makes me laugh. Like the relationships that I know are the biggest car crashes are the ones where it's just, oh my god, I love this, tagging this person. Oh, I love this person so much, light of my life, and blah blah blah. Shut the fuck up, right? You're so blatantly like, one of you is definitely cheating. Like, you've definitely brought herpes into the home. One of you has done that. Like, so herpes into the home. That's some good. Like, what's that?
That's a t-shirt. That's a t-shirt.
Herpes into the home. That is a t-shirt.
Oh my god, we're going viral, baby. But that's essentially it, though. So you look at, Valentine's Day. You look at all the other crap that is so fucking verbal diarrhea in the world. You look at the U.S. funding Ukraine and Russia. You look at Israel, Palestine, all those fuck knuckles that decide to share the videos of kids in hospitals dying and all the stuff that, why do people do that? It's just fucking ridiculous. This is war. This is what happens in war. And you're preaching to the choir. Yes, we should stop this. We get it. That's the take that I'm going to have on this social media page. So I'm not going to do it on any other platform apart from, as you said this evening, shorts, which I will explore. But for right now, DT Delta Tango, DT_.podcast to follow the insane world of what the fuck goes on up here through social media. That's what I'm planning on doing, Bert. Do you agree?
Yeah, no, I love it. I love it. Look, if you haven't got time to set up properly, obviously, I still want to be able to talk fights with you whenever you can do it, because like the long form fights podcasts are always a lot of fun. We should probably discuss 298 at some point this evening. I'm assuming that's on the cards.
Honest to God, I have no idea who's fighting, dude. I've
What?
just been I've been
No
radio
way.
I've been radio silence for like the last 2 weeks, man. I am too fucking busy. I don't want to go into too much detail about what I'm doing, but between work, family, keeping the place in order, being ready for tomorrow, skiing at the weekend, going back boxing
Lord.
on Monday, swimming, it's all fucking like there's only so many days in the week, bro. But when it comes to like fights coming up, I'll try and like, I'm not throwing away my microphone. I'll try and get on when I can. But the issue that I'm having is since November, I'm trying every week to do an episode and something comes up that I just have to cancel either with you or cancel my own plans or worse. What if I had set up with like a famous fighter and then I got to fucking leave them hanging?
That's fair. Are you still watching the fights then? You're still watching them on Sunday? Yeah, nice.
Absolutely.
Like you're in for a treat this week though, because I can't believe that it's Alexander Volkanovski against Ilia Topuria.
Ah, shit.
Like, let me read out the like. This is a main card. I mean, it's an unbelievable card. Kicking off the main card, Anthony Fluffy Hernandez against Roman Kopylov. Now, Roman Kopylov, he's somebody that I've got earmarked. He's the middleweight guy. He's the guy. He's the scary guy. Like he's striking so effortlessly brilliant. I just love seeing him. Yeah, you got Merab Dvalishvili against Henry Cejudo. That's a
Henry
huge
Cejudo's
fight.
back.
Yeah. Henry
Wow.
Cejudo is back this weekend. Jeff Neal against Ian Machado Gary. Couldn't give a toss. Robert
Ian
Whitaker.
Machado Gary, that's the guy that's wife is the thing.
Yeah. Look.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I think they're both skilled. I like both. I kind of like Jeff Neal. Machado Gary is a bit of a cringe.
We just all want him
Yeah.
to lose now, right?
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah.
Whitaker against Paulo Costa. Paulo Costa's actually going to be back. It's like I don't know why anyone cares. He's one of the most overrated fighters on the roster. Like no joke. Like who's he beat? Right, people look at him as this scary knockout artist. He isn't. You know, it's like oh well, but he's got 11 knockouts on 14 wins. It's like yeah, who are they against? You know,
Yeah.
like he's
Not
had
good.
2 knockouts in the UFC. 2. Like Johnny Hendricks and Uriah Hall. He
Right.
hasn't knocked anyone. And Uriah Hall, that one was impressive. I'll give him that. That's really impressive because Uriah Hall's an excellent striker.
Mhm.
It was in 2018. Can you tell me
And
what
it's a
year it
lifetime
is?
ago.
Yeah, can you tell me what year it is right now?
2024. Trump.
Yeah, exactly. 2024. Woo! I actually have a MAGA hat now.
I got for our next
Um,
episode, I gotta wear mine. Do you want to pause and get it?
oh, have you got one as well?
Yeah, we get it.
literally,
Wow, look at
literally.
that.
One of my best mates got me this for my birthday. I was like, yeah, sick. It's
I
really
mean,
brilliant.
what this represents is the anti-current establishment.
That's fair.
If you don't like Trump, you don't have to like Trump. But if you look at evidence and just stop uh, yelling what the media tells you to yell, then you're probably going to wear a MAGA hat too. But hey, did you hear about Justin Trudeau during the week? I didn't believe it until I saw it myself. He had been referencing the MAGA movement, right? And he said, and this conservative party over here is very concerned about pushing the Make Canada Great Again agenda. And that most certainly is not what Canadians want. So they don't want
What?
Canada to be great again, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, it's
Politics
just
is
him.
funny, bro. I love talking politics because it just weeds out the bullshit. People who don't want to talk about it, fair enough. But people who yell their perspective and don't like when they get hit with questions, hilarious watching them squirm.
See, for like me personally, it's just like I don't care who you voted for. I don't care. I will sit and have a conversation with you. I'm not gonna like. It's weird. It seems like a lot of the hardcore left will not even speak to somebody that has voted the way that they don't like. Because it used to. I'm sure. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's rose tinted spectacles, kind of looking backwards. But I'm fairly sure that what used to happen is like, okay, you'd have 2 parties, there'd be a vote, and whoever didn't get in, it's like everyone's like, well, okay, my guy didn't get in. Oh well, let's all just move forward together as a country and move forward. But now with the rise of social media, it seems like it's like, well, that's not my president. Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean? It's like, no, he is. Like that's like even like a shoe on the other foot. Biden, people's like, well, that's not my president. It's like, no, he is. He got voted in.
Yeah.
He got voted in, and that's who you've got now. So surely, like, what's best for everyone isn't for the whole country to crumble. Just move forward with that guy and hope that the best happens for
Yeah.
everybody.
Absolutely,
Like
man.
what I want is the best to happen for everybody. And remember that the government is not there to be your friend. The government is not there for you. The government is there for the government. Less
Correct.
government is better than more government.
Joe Rogan had a great one. He's like, let's say you didn't like your heart surgeon and then you had a heart attack and you go to the doctors and or the hospital and you got to get surgery. You didn't like you already don't you know your heart surgeon. You don't like him. You're gonna say, fuck that guy. I hope he fucks up. Or are you gonna be like, all right, let's just get the job done though, huh?
Yeah, exactly that. That's brilliant. Actually,
Yeah.
it's a great analogy,
I
and
came up with
it's
that.
nice. But that's something that I've said for quite a while. That I don't understand. Like a decision gets made, a person gets voted in. Everyone should then at that point go, okay, right, well, let's move forward and let's just hope the best happens. I still want my taxes to be low. Oh, for God, here in the UK, oh, I'm
Tax
annoyed. I'm
season.
annoyed. Well, basically, I bought myself a new car, and I say it's a new car. It's an older car than I used to lease, and I've decided I've never had like a car that I've really wanted before. I've always wanted the Mark 7 Fiesta ST. They're lovely, lovely little car. It's a 1.6 turbo. They're not like they're fast-ish, but not like what I like about them is they're not the power isn't outside of my skill range. Like you can push it to its limits, and you're probably not going to kill yourself. Touch wood. I haven't wrapped it around a tree yet,
Good.
but so I managed to put myself one up. It was like 2017 plate. It's beautiful car. It makes me smile every time I get into it. I absolutely. I might have to do like a kind of like a YouTube review of it or something, like to
This
where
is
I
beautiful,
try
man.
take it for a drive. Because honestly, I love it. It makes me so happy. It's like when you're driving it responsibly. Like there's just a kind of a childishness to it. It's like it's got a really good amount of power, especially low end torque as well. And it's like and it
Can't beat
really
a bit
does
of low
move.
end torque, huh?
Oh, good lord! Yeah. And it just, oh man, it's like, and when you want it to go, when you really want to drive, it's very difficult not to drive it like an asshole. But I try my best. But
Awesome.
it makes me smile. It makes me laugh. Anyway,
Why is that annoying you? Is there a financial side to this or tax issue because of that?
yes, because they've announced that basically anything that was registered before April 2017, they're levying an extra car tax on. And of course, electric vehicles are exempt to this, even though electric vehicles in 10 years' time will only be owned by the rich. They won't really be a thing anymore. Like many manufacturers are actually moving away from electric vehicles, and they're moving because they've actually started to nail down the hydrogen engine, which was the better idea anyway, because all it
Oh, yeah.
does, the only emission is water, right? And you just have to, and you fill it up the same way. You just have to get the processes correct, and
Yeah.
it means that because the infrastructure for electric vehicles, the infrastructure is impossible. Like when you look at the scope of what they'd have to do, because it's fine and dandy if you live in a house with a driveway, but what about people that live in flats, like people like terrace, like the amount of terrace streets in the UK, it would be impossible to put charging points down every single one. And what are all those people just not supposed? Synthetic fuel and hydrogen fuel, that's the future. But I
Can we
digress.
can we pause and take a drink in honor of Greta Thunberg?
Yes.
Go back to
I've gone to that
school, you
place.
dumb bitch. What?
Look, I don't mind the notion of let's try and look after the planet. That's obviously a noble concept, and I applaud it.
But it's a
But
political movement. It's a
it is
load
a
of
political
fucking shit.
movement, and it's because the right people invested in electric cars. That's why they've been pushing it so much,
Yeah.
and they're having to incentivize people to buy them, which is why they're giving them tax breaks on road tax. Now, road tax shouldn't be done on emissions. It should be done on mileage. It should be done on how many miles you do per year, because like not being funny, but the road tax is there for the maintenance of the roads, right? Do electric vehicles do their tires not touch the roads? Is that do they
Yeah.
hover? It's like no, they do as much damage to the roads as any car. The emissions do not come into it. So why do people that a lot of people who can't afford a new electric car are driving an older model car? They're the ones being stung for it, and it's
Yeah.
like, and the roads are falling to pieces anyway. And it's just like it just irks me that it's like, well, it's because all these electric cars are just not paying any road tax at all. It's like you should be paying road tax. You're using the roads, are you not?
Yeah,
It's a
right.
road tax. It's a road tax. It's not an emissions tax.
Speaking of Taylor
And
Swift, what about UFC 300, bro?
UFC 300. Well,
What a segue, first and foremost.
That's pretty
What,
nice.
what
That's
a
pretty
fucking
nice.
segue. Holy shit, dude. Sorry. I shouldn't give this stuff up at all, though. What the fuck am I doing?
I mean, they haven't. They're apparently announcing the main event at
Yeah.
UFC 298 this weekend.
They are.
It's,
They're saying that they are.
apparently, yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay.
It's
Apparently,
it's not.
it's gonna be unreal. But who could it be?
I think. Well,
Not
they've been
Connor and Shannon.
trying. No, they've been trying to get Khabib back. That's a no go. Um, I don't know, like the Brock Lesnar situation. It's a bit of a weird one. I thought they might try and do him versus Daniel Cormier, but that probably is off the cards now. Who else is there? Like Nate Diaz, Nick Diaz, but that's not a UFC 300 main event. So especially after Nick Diaz's last performance, no disrespect, but he
Yeah, it
looked
was terrible.
poor.
Yeah.
He looked poor. You can't have that guy in a UFC 300 main event.
The speculation that I heard was John Jones, but
He's injured. He's
un
not. He's not
unle
ready.
unless that was a fake injury, because they've done that before. Come on.
Have they?
I don't know. It just sounds cool
Probably.
to say it.
Yeah, it does sound cool to say it. You're right.
Um,
Like who else? Who else is there? I mean, Tom Aspinall, like defending his interim title against I don't know
Stipe.
whoever. Like Stipe's, yeah, that's not going to happen.
They,
I'm
they,
struck.
he put Ronda aside. He said Ronda's not coming back.
Yeah, why would she?
CM
There's,
Punk versus fucking Floyd Mayweather.
mate, like what? Right, what else? I mean, Pereira versus Tom Aspinall for the interim title
That's not
doesn't make
a
it doesn't make a lick of sense to me
no.
because number one, I don't think. I think, not being funny, I do think that Aspinall would dog walk Pereira. I really do. I think that it would just be. I don't think that Aspinall would even take the chance of trying to stand with him. I think he would just take him down and just submit him
Yeah,
very, very
choker
quickly.
triangle.
And yeah,
It's a strange one,
just
but if I didn't know that they were going to announce it this weekend.
well, they were supposed to announce it over at the Super Bowl, but I think what they were trying to do fell through. I think they're having a bit of a nightmare trying to put this main event together because
I
you
read
can't
it.
have it.
I read a
Sorry,
quote today. Oh, sorry. I read a quote today from Dana White saying that it's impossible to work on Conor McGregor's schedule because no amount of money that they offer him is going to tie in with the amount of money he has already, the amount of businesses he's got, the amount of work he's got to do because he's got to promote the movie that's coming out in a couple of months.
yeah,
So Connor's out because of that, and he would be the biggest MMA star to fight there. John is injured. Brock has issues. Ronda's a definite no. Dana put a stop to that. Unless they're bringing some fucking celebrity in and it's going to be Elon Musk
yeah.
versus, Zuckerberg.
Even
Trump
just
versus
days.
Biden. Put him in the fucking octagon.
Yeah, no, I like that.
Mm,
But there's yeah, I just I don't. I'm running out of names. I mean, who else is there?
yeah.
Like Pereira, Adesanya, three maybe, but even that for me, that isn't a UFC 300 main event.
No.
Like it just isn't. I don't know if thing is I think my biggest problem is that in order to top UFC 200, they're going to have to really pull something out of the bag. I don't think there are enough fighters in that bag to be able to put something together. I mean, obviously, next week I might be coming out and going, "Wow, I can't believe that announcement. I can't believe I forgot about that guy. I
Yeah.
can't believe that you know T Ortiz is fighting
Dana.
Dana White and Wesley Snipes in a tornado handicap match."
That's right. Wesley Snipes was supposed to fight Joe Rogan, right?
Joe Rogan, yes, yeah,
Yeah.
correct.
He was
Yeah,
apparently
that'd be
he
interesting.
owed a lot of money and said that the fight of Joe Rogan would definitely make him a good bit of cash, and it fell through and he went to jail, right?
I think so for tax avoidance or evasion or whatever.
Avoiding,
Avoidance. No,
making
no, no.
avoiding.
Yeah, no. They're two different, right? Because tax evasion, that's when you're too poor to hire people to hide the money correctly so that you can get away with it. Tax avoidance is when you have enough money that you do exactly the same things as the poor people did, but you don't go to jail.
There you go. The rich get rich and the poor get poor. That's how it
Yeah,
rolls.
no, that's fair. Like anything that's a fine is not a law. It's something that rich people can do, poor people can't.
It's a loophole.
Yeah.
There you go.
Anything where you get fined rather than imprisoned, that's all that is. It's just something that rich people can do that poor people can't.
There you go, man. Bert, It's an absolute pleasure having these tangential fucking conversations with you, man. I hope we have many, many more.
Same.
I am going to set up when I can, but for right now, I'm going to invite people to go to DT Delta Tango underscore dot podcast and see my stuff on Instagram. For right now, that's the plan because too fucking busy. I know there's people knocking down my door, dude, saying, when are we going to get another episode? 15 minutes is too short. We don't care. We don't care. I know, I get it, guys. I understand. Burt, where can people find you, dude? You're an inspiration to me. I love watching your stuff. What are you doing? Where are you at?
Thank you. I am the Burt Locker on YouTube. I think it's like the Burt Green or the underscore Burt underscore Green on Instagram. I believe. I
That's true.
I don't. Yeah, is that what it is?
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's sweet. Yeah. Okay. And you know what? If you can't track down my other social medias through those two avenues, I don't know what to do with you. You're probably not even on a computer, and you're not watching this right now. So
yeah. So fuck you. Right. Dude, thank you very much again. Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure setting up. As I said, I am not throwing away my equipment. I will do other episodes. For right now, DT underscore dot podcast on Instagram. I will set up and I will do more episodes with you, Burt. I'll probably do some more on my own. If we don't get to do a fight preview or whatever you call it, for like fight picks and stuff, either set up, we'll probably end up doing it on Instagram Live and we can post it from there. But for right now, since setting up back in, I want to say July 2021 and doing 3 episodes a week to filtering it down to doing 1 a week to 1 a month to nothing since fucking December. It has been a pleasure, and thank you very much for listening, whoever the fuck you are.
Side note, I can't wait to buy some cheap podcasting equipment off this guy.
Yes, sir. Nice price for you, my friend. You know. Burt, look after yourself, brother. Rockin'. Make America great again.